Hello everyone. Been a bit quiet recently, but once again it's time to go wild. A new Time to Go Wild radio podcast. Couple of weeks in between them, but we're still around. You can catch us on YouTube and Podbean, also picked up by Google Podcasts and Amazon Music. If you want to contact us throughout the times in between the shows, it's Facebook or twitter.com/TTGW Radio. You can email ttgwradio@outlook.com or text 07849 767755. Well, the last couple of weekends have been very, very busy. As you can tell, well, we've only just come back now. Stick with us. You know what to do. It's time to go wild. Hello and welcome to a new Time to Go Wild radio podcast. As you can possibly hear, my voice is a bit ruined. That's because I've had a bit of a cough and a cold. But no, not COVID, just a cough and a cold. And it's been manic busy with 101 different things going on over the last couple of weekends. So where are we at in the season? It's February. Yes, February's now well upon us. Where are the months going? Before we know it, it'll be playoffs. And on the subject of playoffs, keep your eyes and ears open, and you will be hopefully seeing and probably hearing through whatever outlets you have the dates and times of the relevant EIHA and National League NIHL 1 and 2 playoff dates and locations. So keep your eyes and everything open and watch out on social media for them. So we will bring you the dates when we get the final confirmations. There are plans afoot for both of them. However, what's been happening over the last week or so? Well, this weekend and week previous, I think one of the biggest ones in terms of local information was the fact we've had a lot of international games going on, and locally we had the Great Britain under-16s girls playing Norway in 3 games on last Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Now the Thursday and Friday games were at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but Saturday's game was at a sort of more tea time-ish face-off. I was able to get there this time for the Saturday game, and to be perfectly brutally honest, it was fantastic. The final result, was Norway 4, Great Britain 0. However, the performance put in by the Great Britain girls was fantastic. And the Norway under-16s team were brilliant. Their skating, passing, movement, shooting, intensity was phenomenal. It was really, really good. It was magical to watch. But I'm not detracting anything from the GB team. They dug in, they skated well, they skated with them. There was a small period in the first period, a small little section where they let in 3 goals, then called timeouts. And then for the rest of the game, so best part of, about 50 to 52 minutes actually of the game, they let in 1 goal. So for 50 to 52 minutes, it was actually a 1-0 game, apart from this little blip in the first period where 3 goals went in the space of about 3 or 4 minutes. But, the speed, the intensity, the skill from both teams, absolute pleasure to be there, absolute pleasure to help out, and they can hold their heads higher than the Great Britain girls. They put on a fantastic performance, and a big thank you to the Norwegian team as well. They were fabulous. They played well, played hard, and it was a really, really entertaining game. So thank you to everyone who came down on behalf of all the organisers as well of the event. For those of you who supported it, it was brilliant to be at. So that was Saturday, and then Sunday we had hockey back with the YKK Widnes while being back at Planet Ice Widnes. So that leads me nicely up to shuffling my little bit of paper and bringing you the scores from just the last week. So here we go. Scores on the doors going back to Friday the 10th of February. Now, the Elite League have been on a little bit of a break because of internationals, so we go straight to the Planet Ice NIHL National League. From Friday 10th of February, Leeds Knights 2, Sheffield Steel Dogs 3. On Saturday, Basingstoke Bison 3, Swindon Wildcats 2. Bristol Pitbulls 6, Bees 5 after overtime. Milton Keynes Lightning 4, Hull Seahawks 3 after a shootout. Peterborough Phantoms 3, Telford Tigers 5. Sheffield Steel Dogs 3, Raiders 4 after a shootout. On Saturday, Bees 2, Peterborough Phantoms 3. Hull Seahawks 4, Basingstoke Bison 3 after overtime. Raiders 0, Leeds Knights 9. Swindon Wildcats 3, Milton Keynes Lightning 5. Telford Tigers 6, Sheffield Steel Dogs 3. NAHL Division 1 North Morley action from Saturday. Deeside Dragons 3, Solway Sharks 7. On Sunday, Billingham Stars 5, Deeside Dragons 4. Sheffield Scimitars 7, Nottingham Lions 3. Solihull Barons 5, Whitley Warriors 4. Widnes Wild 3, Solway Sharks 7. And from NIHL Division 2 North Laidler on Saturday, Telford Tigers North 2, 1, Hull Jets 6. On Sunday, Altrincham Aces 3, Coventry NIHL Blaze 2 after a shootout. And finally, Nottingham Lions N2 0, Bradford Bulldogs 4. And that sort of rounds up the scores from most of the leagues that we cover each week. More next time. Well, some interesting scores there. Because when you actually look at them, I mean, the Leeds Knights losing by 3 goals to 2 to Sheffield, and then coming back on, that was on the Friday, then coming back on the Sunday to shut out the Raiders by 9 goals to 0. Big score there. The Hull Seahawks picking up points, actually 3 points, with a shootout loss in Milton Keynes, and then being back at Hull Arena for a 4-3 overtime win against Basingstoke. So that, I mean, for the team like the Hull Seahawks, who started off with a fairly weakened squad due to umpteen reasons, they've really started to make a big push at the back end of the season. You've also had the team on form and flying at the moment in Morley, Div 1 North, Solway Sharks, 7-3 win in Deeside and a 7-3 win in Widnes this weekend, both on the road. Tough trips those, down from Dumfries and the surrounding areas and back up, and then down and then back up. And a couple of unusual ones that sort of go against the form book. Sheffield Scimitars picking up points this weekend for the first time in a while. And then the Solihull Barons turning over the second place Whitley Warriors. So, again, anything can happen in British hockey. And then you've got the other big, I'd say a fairly tight result in Laidler. Altrincham Aces 3 and the Coventry NIHL Blaze 2 after a shootout. So that was a really, really tight game this weekend. So where does that leave things? We will come to that shortly. And in a rather interrupted and have to be chopped together interview, I managed to catch up with Mikey Gilbert after the game between the YKK Widnes Wild and the Solway Sharks on Sunday night. And we had a little chat, and it includes general thoughts about the GB Under-16s game from Saturday as well. So this is what was said. Bit of an end-to-end affair. YKK Widnes Wild taking on the Solway Sharks. I'm with Chef at the moment. He's dishing out a few noodles. Mikey Gilbert, well, Mikey, it was a toughie in the end.
Yeah, tough game. It's always a tough game against Solway. You're always going to be up for a test. They're a really good outfit. But I think we stuck with them for pretty much the whole game. They were just a little bit fitter than us towards the end, but we stuck with them, and we should be proud of the performance we had.
I mean, for 2 periods it was all square all the way through, most of even the first half of the third period as well.
Yeah, we were playing really good systems. We were sticking to it. Everyone bought in. The energy was really good in the room, on the ice. Everyone just wanted it, and I think that's been the common theme throughout the past few games.
It's always a tough one when you're playing a team like Solway with some of the strength in the players they've got. But the fans were right there, even right up to the very end, noisy as usual, keeping you going and giving you that extra spurt just to make sure you got through to the end of the 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think the fans stayed with us throughout, and even when when there was 10 seconds left and we were 7-3 down, they were all screaming their heads off, because I think they could tell that we were playing well. They could tell that we had the desire to be on the ice and play for each other and play for them. So they were cheering us on all the way throughout, as loud as ever. So it was really good to hear and see.
I mean, last weekend things happened over down the way. That's what happened. You draw a line, you move on to the next game. Today, tough game, but a very different style of play.
Well, last weekend it wasn't a bad game. It was 2-2 after the second period, and the third period came along, and I think they were just a little bit more hungry than us. But you get that in derby games. You're always going to get a team that will come out on top, and both teams they're really up for it. They want to win, and they're going to put the effort in until the end. And I think they just had the edge on us last week. But again, we had a good following over there. Plenty of fans came over, and cheered us on. And it was good to. It's every week. It's good for us to get together and get on the ice together, and we're all putting in the effort and sticking to it.
I mean, next week it's all on the road, but the week after it's double back here. So chalk and cheese weekends coming up for us.
Yeah, it should be a tough weekend next weekend, but we're all up for it. We can't wait for it, and we'll see you there.
I mean, a quick word about the events of the last couple of days here at Planet Ice Widnes as well. You were in attendance for the under-16s girls playing Norway, and across the 3 days it was a really good event.
Yeah, it was over. We had training on the Wednesday. Both teams trained. And then we had 3 games Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I think they improved throughout the 3 days. And I think the girls, from seeing it, they improved throughout the 3 games. And in the last game, I think it was 4-0. The Friday game was 4-0. The first game was 8-1. But they were all putting in the effort, and it was good to see. It was good to have an international there again, and let's hope for more.
I was able to be in attendance on Saturday, and to be honest, I think it was a phenomenal performance from the girls. I mean, okay, they had a little bit of a break where they lost 3 very, very quick goals, and then came back into it, and for 2 periods it was a 1-goal game basically. So, 2 periods, a very, very close game on Saturday night for them.
Yeah, it was good. They picked it up on the Saturday night, I think, and like you say, it was a 1-goal game in the second 2 periods after their little lull to start with. It was good to see them step up, playing a really good outfit like Norway, and
Well, you can see you need a little bit of food to get you going. There's barely a pick on you as usual, but we all know what you're like when it comes to food. But we'll leave it at that. Anyway, thanks, Mikey, for joining me, and we'll catch you again soon.
Cheers, Colin.
Thanks once again, Mikey, for your contributions and our and our gate crashes. It's always tricky and quite raucous. All in all, I mean, the team worked really hard on Sunday. It was very, very tricky. All of a sudden, it was all level going into the third period. Anyone could go with the game. It was nip and tuck, but Solway just managed to find that extra gear, and next thing you knew, bang, 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 and they got the 7-3 win. Disappointed, yes. Did the Widnes Wild put in a good performance? On the whole, I would say yes. I'm not being biased with that. I'm saying yes, putting my critical hat on. All in all, it was actually a pretty good performance. There were a couple of turnovers that probably shouldn't have gone the way they wanted, but that's the way in which the puck moves, you could say. But plenty to go forward. But a really entertaining game. Tough. They're a tough squad of Solway. They're going to be tough to beat. And, well, I suppose we may as well go into a bit of table talk, because first off, we'll go with the National League as we go down to the 11th place still. It's the Hull Seahawks, 44 games and 20 points. In 10th position, 42 games and 21 points, it's the Bees. So although they got 2 games in hand, they're only a point above the Seahawks of the Bees. Then in 9th place, you've got Bristol Pitbulls, 42 games and 29 points. 8th position, Telford Tigers, 43 games and 33 points. Basingstoke Bison in 7th, 42 games, 37 points. Then a jump to Raiders in 6th position, 41 games, 44 points. And then another jump, 5th place, Swindon Wildcats, 43 games, 51 points. Little bit of a jump now to 4th, Sheffield Steel Dogs, 42 games, 56 points. Then another 10-point jump now to 3rd position. And this is where it gets tight and interesting. Peterborough Phantoms in 3rd position, 42 games and 66 points. Leeds Knights are currently in 2nd position, but they're on 39 games and 67 points. So they've got games in hand on the team at the top at the moment, the Milton Keynes Lightning, 42 games and 68 points. So it is nip and tuck at the top of the National League table between Peterborough, Leeds and Milton Keynes. Excuse me, only 1 point between each team, 66, 67 and 68. But in a way, everything's in Leeds' hands because they've got 3 games in hand. They've only played 39, whereas both Peterborough and Milton Keynes have played 42. We shall jump 2 divisions now, down to Laidler, Division 2 North. And you've got the Nottingham Lions NIHL 2 at the moment in 8th position, 20 games and 9 points. Bradford Bulldogs having a bit of a win this weekend, jumping up to 7th position, 20 games and 10 points. Then in 6th position, the Sheffield Titans, 20 games and 17 points, so a bit of a gap. And then in 5th, the Sutton Sting, 18 games, 19 points. They're hot on the heels of the Coventry NIHL Blaze in 4th position, 21 games and 21 points. Little jump to 3rd position, Altrincham Aces, 21 games and 24 points. And then a big jump. It's the 2 of them at the top fighting it out this year. 2nd position at the moment, the Telford Tigers NIHL 2, 20 games, 34 points. And the Hull Jets currently at the top of the shop, 20 games and 36 points. So only 2 points between the top 2. 10 points then separate the top 2 from Altrincham in 3rd place. Very, very tight though at that top. Which way will it go? Will it go down to Telford this year, or will it go over to Hull? The Laidler title is all to fight for. A little jump now into the WNIHL table, because the Widnes Wild Ladies have been having a reasonably good season, you could say. The WNIHL Division 2 North, as it is now, it used to be the Div 1, it's now North 2, because Prem is now North 1. But anyway, so at the moment you've got, based on the most recent table from the 5th of February, I'm going on from the EIHA, you've got Grimsby in 6th position. Sorry, Grimsby at the bottom of the table at the moment, 6 games and 2 points. Above them it's Kingston on 8 games and 2 points. And then Whitley Bay's Division 2 team with 4 games and 2 points. Then Sheffield in the middle of the table, 8 games and 3 points. Then a big jump. So the top 4 are really tight. The bottom 4, 2, 2, 2, 3. Then you go to 4th position, Leeds, 8 games and 10 points. Then it's Telford, 7 games and 11 points. Widnes in 2nd position, 8 games and 12 points. And Solway at the top at the moment, 7 games and 14 points. So it could be a 4-team race for that title. And the title also brings with it the chance to go to the WNIHL playoff weekend for promotion back up into what was Prem, but is now the WNIHL Division 1. So who will it be? Will it be Leeds? Will it be Telford? Will it be Widnes? Or will it be Solway? it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be... There's a lot that can go on in that division at the moment. They only play each other once home, once away. Not many games left. Who knows? Who knows? It's a roll of the dice. Oh dear, sorry, apologies for my chest. But we shall now come into the Division 1 North Morley table. At the moment, Sheffield Scimitars still bottom in 9th position, 25 games and 3 points, but they picked up 2 of those points at the weekend with an important win against, the Nottingham Lions, who are in 8th, 22 games, 10 points. Then we've got the Deeside Dragons. They're catching up on their games in hand. 20 games played, 17 points. Blackburn Hawks in 6th. 23 games, 18 points. Widnes Wild in 5th. 22 games, 22 points. Bit of a jump now to Solihull in 4th. 21 games and 29 points. Then the next big jump. Well, big-ish jump. Billingham Stars in 3rd. Their points took a bit of a dent. Oh, they did take a mini dent at one point, but they had a pick-up against Deeside this weekend. So they're now 3rd position, 25 games and 34 points. Whitley taking a dent because being beaten by Solihull this weekend, 24 games and 39 points. And top of the shop still, the Solway Sharks, 22 games, 41 points. 2 games in hand between the Solway Sharks having 2 games in hand over the Whitley Warriors, and they're 2 points clear at the top of the table. So, where does it go? Oof. Still tight. Still going to be a tricky one to call who's going to get the title. But based on the points, I think, and the games remaining, the qualifying teams for the playoffs are starting to look like they've qualified. It's just where will they finish for the appropriate next round. Excuse my chest. But there you have it. The current setups for the tables. And it is tight. It is so tight in places. Top of the Morley table, 2 teams very close. Top of Laidler, 2 teams very close. Top of the National League, 3 teams very, very close. Showing how competitive the season is. Where will it go? Who knows? Genuinely, who knows? Quick bit of news, courtesy of the EIHA, posted today. They are pleased to confirm the dates for the 22-23 Planet Ice NIHL National Cup final between the Leeds Knights and the Peterborough Phantoms. The legs will be on the first leg will be Peterborough hosting Leeds on Friday the 17th of March at 7:30 p.m. and the second leg of the 2-leg final will be Leeds hosting Peterborough again on a Friday the 24th of March, and that will also be at 7:30 p.m. So 2 consecutive Fridays, first one in Peterborough, the second one will be in Leeds. Who will come out NIHL, Planet Ice NIHL National Cup final winners? Keep your eyes peeled on all the appropriate media outlets, and we will see. So, what other little bits have we got left? Not that much, really. It's we've kept it a bit brief where we can, as usual. But of course, if you want to check out anything to do with the YKK Widnes Wild, you can look it up on widneswild.co.uk. You also have Facebook or twitter.com/WidnesWild. There's the Instagram page, instagram.com/WidnesWildOfficial, and our YouTube page portal of youtube.com/WidnesWild Ice Hockey Club. You can also check out through the website all the communities stuff, fan zones, and all the supporters related information, as well as through the social media outlets. Check out the Own and Loan. You might still, getting towards the end of the season, think, actually, yeah, I'll pick up one of the Own and Loan shirts, £80 for one of the Own and Loan shirts, if you go onto there. Of course, we thank our sponsors as we do as much as possible. Title sponsor, YKK. Fresco Environmental, our home penalty box sponsor. Spriggs & Son of Widnes. MPG, Crosscheck Clothing, Puck Drop, University Salford, and our charity, the Halton Haven Hospice. And we hope our guests from CSJ Healthcare, who were at the rink this weekend, also had a really nice time. Now, because of some of the ways in which I'm getting hold of the fixture information, I don't have all the face-off times, so please check before you go. Anyway, so this coming weekend, Saturday the 18th of February, we have Grimsby hosting the Widnes Wild Ladies. I don't have a face-off time confirmed for that, though. But that's this Saturday. Grimsby will be hosting the Widnes Wild Ladies. Oh, sorry, I should say the DM UK Widnes Wild Women, to give them the correct title. Back at Planet Ice Widnes, the Widnes Under-14s will be hosting Blackburn's Under-14s. I think that'll be about 4:15 or 4:20 face-off. And then we have the Widnes Under-18s hosting Leeds Under-18s at 6 p.m. Meanwhile, down the road in D-side, the Dragons are hosting your YKK Widnes Wild. Check the appropriate outlets for face-off times for that. So that's this Saturday, D-side Dragons v Widnes Wild in D-side. Check for face-off times online to make sure you go. And it might be a busy one, so check for ticket availability as well. Sunday the 19th of February, the Sheffield Scimitars will be hosting your YKK Widnes Wild. Now, the time I've got for that at the moment is 1 p.m, but check the face-off time as well for that one. So that's your YKK Widnes Wild will be in Sheffield against the Sheffield Scimitars on Sunday the 19th of February. In the meantime, your Widnes Under-10s from the fixtures I have will be in cross-ice action in Bradford. And the Solihull Under-14s will be hosting Widnes Under-14s. The next weekend, Saturday the 25th of February, is a busy weekend. From what I have available, again, this is my disclaimer, apparently the Widnes Under-12s will be hosting Leeds, and that face-off time I've got is 4:20. But we will try and get that fixture confirmed because the YKK Widnes Wild are hosting the Nottingham Lions at 7 p.m. on Saturday the 25th of February. So because of the Widnes Wild game, I'm doing my best to try and find out if the Under-12s game is going ahead. And at the moment, as far as I know, it is. So it's a double whammy. So why not make a day of it? If that game goes ahead again between the Under-12s and Leeds, why not come down and watch Chaos on Ice? Because that's what it can be when you watch Under-12s. And then to finish off, on the Sunday the 26th of February, your YKK Widnes Wild are hosting the D-side Dragons at 5:30 p.m. So yep, there we go. That gets us through to the end of February with the bulk of the fixtures. I'll do my best as each week goes by to get as many of them confirmed where I can. So it's a busy old time coming up in the fixtures and with everything else going on. Keep your eyes peeled on all the social media outlets. Things are very fluid as they have been all season. We'll do our best to bring you the information as we get it. I know the podcast has been a bit more sporadic this year due to other commitments and things behind the scenes, but we will do our best between now and the end of season to try and keep you informed as and when we can. To close things as usual, enjoy your hockey wherever you get it this weekend and throughout the week, and even the coming weeks, be it anything from the juniors all the way through to the seniors and even the big boys. Take care, look after yourselves and look after each other. From the Time to Go Wild podcast for another week, I'll catch you soon. Till then, ta-ra.